Hi, Phyllis. Neil here. So thanks so much for asking me to provide some input on a couple of questions here. Um, it's great to hear from you, and hopefully this is helpful for you and for the other people that are involved in the program. So I'm so glad to hear that you're finishing up mission and mentoring, and I hope that it's been a great program, that it's been validating in some places, and encouraging in others, and also provides you with a little bit of stretch in some other areas. So first question, I'll try to be efficient here with words, but what makes a servant leader? And so, of course, the first person that comes to mind for me is, by definition, is Jesus Christ. So he was a leader. He certainly had people following him, but he was also a servant, and the scriptures are full of examples of that. So I think by definition, that's who that is. For me, the definition of the servant leader is a little bit more about the context of the situation. And in leadership and healthcare, a servant leader is going to be someone that is really sure that the people that report to them have what they need to do their work, that they have whether it's the knowledge, the skills, abilities, they're going to make sure that those are available, but they also have the tools and resources to do their job. And a leader that goes through barriers to make sure that that's the case for their folks is really a servant. Now, we can't throw computers and employees at every problem that comes our way, right? We have to be efficient and effective with the resources we have. I think the other thing is a servant leader is always going to have time, because in a leader's day, time is something that there isn't enough of. And so when a leader can set aside something for the moment to have a very interactive conversation, and be able to be present in the moment, that's really valuable. I think the other thing about a servant leader is they need to be able and willing to take action. So there's going to be times when it might be little things that a leader needs to take action on, and sometimes it's a little bit bigger thing that takes more time. But people that report to them can see that they are following through on the things that they said they were going to do or that they decided as a group. So I think that's really servant leadership. That one-up leader relationship is really, really important. So inside of that is trust. Inside of that is ability to get things done. Inside of that is when there's trust, you can move more quickly in an organization, all sorts of things. So next question is, what do I value most in a leader? And I think over time, I have learned that consistency in the leader is really important. So do their actions, and alignment, I guess, is another word that I'll use for that. Do their words match their actions? Do their nonverbal behaviors match the verbal words that they use? Is there good alignment there? And I think it's okay for leaders to be able to ask other leaders about that. Am I portraying the same message with my nonverbals as I am with my verbals? And sometimes there's a disconnect there, and not intended that way. Consistency, I like a little bit of encouragement. I appreciate when others manage people up. They talk well about other leaders. That leads to trust, that leads to relationship. And when a leader team is really trusting and has that great relationship, they can move really quickly, and they can move through very significant challenges if all those things are together. So those are some of the things that I really appreciate in a leader, and really feedback, right? So that constructive feedback, but it comes with that level of encouragement, because we can all be a little bit better. Every day we can be a little bit better. And so when we encourage that in each other and we give each other things to work on about that, that's really valuable. The next thing is, this may be more on the personal side, but what input do you have for me as a leader? Phyllis, I'll share that with you. First off, I'm just super pleased for you. I'm super pleased in the way that you have grown as a leader in the time that I've known you. You have wonderful leader skills. You have a strong and sensitive communication style, which I think is a wonderful balance, especially inside of healthcare leadership. The ability to be strong and to know what you're talking about and to be consistent with your message, but also sensitive and being able to come alongside people, help them through little speed bumps or big speed bumps in their life, but not compromising on the things that are most important. And that might be the way that we care for our colleagues. We don't compromise on our integrity. We don't compromise on how we interact with patients. We don't allow leaders to get splintered by little stories. So that is something I think that is super important. Um, so the idea to continue to believe in the skills you have and continue to be a resource. You're an excellent expert inside of what you're doing, and I think just continue to work with those things. Um, you you have a great way of interacting with your staff and allowing them to align themselves with you as that one-up leader. And that relationship, the relationship with the one-up leader, is vital because at the end of the day, those people work for you. And if the name on the outside of the building changed, if you have a great relationship with those people, they would continue to work for you. So yes, they work for Providence St. Joseph Health, um, but at the end of the day, they work for you. And if they have a great relationship with you, they continue to work with what you are doing. And so I think that is something to just continue to build on your brand, which is taking good care of your people and making sure they have what they need to do their work and being open to feedback from them and staying interactive with them. I just continue to work on those things. And the last question is, as a leader, how do we show that we care? And I think I probably already touched on a couple of those things. And the most important thing that I think is to be intentional with the words that you use, and explicit. So people can't fill in blanks that aren't there. And so I think you show you care with your words. And then when your words are in alignment with your actions and your actions and behaviors match up, people can see that you really care. And certainly each leader is going to have something different that they do, whether it's something that they do in a meeting to tell people they care, or, you know, um, being available on a holiday, or making sure that the people that are covering on a holiday make sure that you know that they're there. But I think those are the things they're more sporadic. The way that you show someone care in a day-to-day is being available. Be available, have time, be present, be visible, um, responding and taking action to the things that are important to the people that report to you. I think that is by far the best way to show that you care. So that's a little bit of input from me on a Monday morning. So thank you so much for this opportunity, and hopefully I didn't ramble on too long. Just continue building trust with people, taking action on the things that are important, piercing through what is unimportant, separating that to the side for your people so that they can stay focused on the goals of the organization and the things that are super important to our patients. And I think you just keep it simple. So thanks for this time. Appreciate it.